Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel, coming back at you. Another offering of my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler platter video series of videos I do for a while now where I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat the stuff, I drink stuff, then I talk about the stuff, folks. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about, hopefully delicious crap that, I may or may not have gone over there and, gotten by spurious means. I didn't. I mean, I just went to a place and went through the drive-thru, but it could have been a lot more spurious than that. There could have been all kinds of, there could have been like crazy drug deals involved and like a ransom plot. We could have gotten Justin Timberlake from the early 2000s involved. I never saw that movie. I had no interest, but I heard it was good. Olivia Wilde was in it. I don't remember the name of the movie. Anyway, while I'm doing so, I'm in the truck because, like I said, I went out and I found some stuff. Then on top of that, I'm wearing a cool shirt, folks. I'm wearing my Puppet Master shirt. Puppet Master, excellent to a point. Horror movie franchise. Things started in the late 80s, early 90s. First 6 or so are really good. After that, takes a dip. But for the first 6, if nothing else, the first one, the titular Puppet Master, that's a really good one. So, and number 3 is really good too. 2 is weird. It's good, but it's weird. Anyway, so yeah, folks, what did I find? What am I trying for you? Well, I just got through doing a review of Arby's Cajun fish wrap, right? Whilst I was at Arby's, turns out they're doing some sort of fish-a-palooza, apparently, because they have boom. What the hell is the boom? Well, the boom is, these are Hushpuppy breaded fish strips. It comes with fries because I got the meal. And I don't need to do a review on the Arby's curly fries because they are the fucking bomb. I will say, I would have liked a few more. Just saying. They're so good. But yeah, I don't know why they're doing a whole bunch of stuff. Like, typically when fast food stuff, or fast food establishments do fish-related things, it's like around Lent, because a lot of people give up eating meat or something like that. Religious stuff. But I know there's a whole thing with that. But for whatever reason, Arby's just kind of hit this one up and decided to pop these two out at the same time. They had a 3-piece meal and a 5-piece meal. I went for a 5-piece meal. And looks like I'm pretty happy that I did, because, I mean, it's not bad. It's a little sparse. So, we're going to do this in 2 folds. I'm going to try one just as is, and I'm going to try one with tartar sauce, because fish goes with tartar sauce. I've heard people go over there and put fries in tartar sauce. I mean, I'm okay with people doing weird, that just doesn't sound like that would work well for me personally. But I'm not going to put any of the curly fries in. Curly fries are just perfect as is. Now, they say that they're like Hushpuppy breaded. I mean, it doesn't look like any hush. It looks like just kind of, breaded fish. But let's give it a shot. It's a white fish. As expected. It's not bad. So, the outside it's a little crispy. It's not the crispiest fish I've ever had, but it's got a little bit of a crisp to it. You get that bite. I would prefer a little bit more, but it's certainly workable. And the fish itself looks decent. In terms of the flavor, it's okay. But it runs into a similar problem that the fish wrap had. Just go watch that review. But one of the points of contention I had with the fish wrap was that the fish itself just wasn't that strong of a taste. And at least with the wrap, it kind of like, it had a lot of things going on. It had the Cajun seasoning and the tomato and the lettuce and the wrap. This is just fish and breading. So I'm getting more fish flavor, but it's still not kind of what I would expect, really. It's just not at that level. I mean, and you don't want fish to be overly fishy. That means that it's bad fish. But it should still, have a decent, proper fish flavor. And like the closest thing I can kind of go off of fast food wise would be White Castle and their fish nibblers. Those I actually really like a lot. They're like properly fish tasting. You get a decent amount of flavor from them. With this, yeah, I mean, it's there. I think a lot of what you're tasting is the breading, really. And the breading is okay. Realistically, I would probably put it like just a notch above like standard fish stick breading. And I've had... yeah, I mean, they're not bad, but it's like, I want more from them. I think that these could have been really good, and they're not horrible by any stretch of the imagination. They're decent enough for what they are, but there needs to be more to it. I think if the fish had had a little bit better flavor, because like I said, the breading is okay for what it is, but for one thing, to me, it's not evocative of Hush Puppies. Hush Puppies have a very distinct flavor. I'm not, maybe on like an incredibly rudimentary level, but like if I were just, if you didn't have the title to go along with it, that's definitely not where my brain would go. They would just be, basically fish fingers. And they're okay, but they're just not really doing anything special, which is a shame, because I think that they were kind of trying to have them be something special, have them be something of a little bit more of a premium kind of item, but you gotta deliver on the flavor, and but we're gonna try it with the tartar sauce. I don't think I've ever had Arby's tartar sauce. I don't know if this is like a new thing that they've just come out with for this or whatever, because typically Arby's, I mean, they do fish stuff, and actually, I've had their fish sandwiches a couple times in the past. Those were decent enough. I didn't mind those. So, but it's a proven fact that tartar sauce makes pretty much all fish taste better. So, tartar sauce. It's like pudding. Like, okay, go with me on this, right? Finger. Boop. Nothing. Boop. Little bit. There's like, there's give back. Okay. I mean, it tastes like tartar sauce, so. Isn't it a thing, like, because, like, I think it was a thing on Doctor Who, I heard. I watched a little bit of Doctor Who. There's so much of that to get into. But wasn't it a thing, like, one of his things was, like one of the older ones was, like, fish fingers and, like, vanilla pudding or some shit like that, like vanilla custard. Be a hell of a thing if they just decided, Arby's was like, we're going all in on this Doctor Who thing. We're going to do vanilla custard instead of, tartar sauce. I would be down with that. I'd be willing to try it. I don't know if it'd be good, but... Well, the tartar sauce improves the flavor because it gives it some flavor. Plus, I mean, tartar sauce just works well with fish, the way it plays off it. So it kind of bolsters what's already there. I mean, with the tartar sauce, it's decent enough. But the problem is that without the tartar sauce, it's not all that substantial. As for the tartar sauce itself, it's punchy flavored tartar sauce. I will say though, from what I've had, it's there a little bit, but like the sort of like relishy kind of taste. I'm not getting a lot of that. It's mostly just like, you know, like there's still that kind of tang to it. Like I said, it's got a lot of flavor, but it's not a particularly complex tater sauce. It does what it needs to do. It's fine, but I don't, no. But I've certainly had better tasting tater sauces. Oh, come on, man. No. Yeah, I mean, so, I mean, as an overall experience, it's better with the tartar sauce and without. But the problem is then basically you're relying on the strength of the tartar sauce. The product itself, while not horrible by any stretch of the imagination, it, you know, seems to be decent enough quality for what it is. Again, it doesn't really feel like it's particularly Hushpuppy-ish. The fish itself is okay, but it's a little bit bland. And it's just underwhelming. I mean, it's okay. You know, would I recommend it? It's a limited time item. Give it a shot if you want, but yeah, man, I mean, it's just one of those things. I think, you know, for me personally, if I were to go like fish, you know, fast food fish, I'd probably just get a fillet of fish at McDonald's. Honestly, I'm not saying that this is substantially worse than that or anything, but at least with McDonald's, I think they've nailed it down. A fillet of fish tastes like a fillet of fish. Pros and cons being what they are, but I think that they've got it hammered out. This seems like a good idea that needs more work, similar to the Cajun fish wrap. I think both of those could work as really nice items, but they need to refine it. They need to go over there and really kind of, you know, they need to find a way to elevate a little bit. So, that's going to be it for this review then, folks. So with that said, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. If you could go over there and have yourselves a truly fish dinner-tastic rest of your life. Like a proper fish dinner from like a place that specializes in fish dinners. Fish dinner is really good. What's your favorite type of fish dinner? Leave a comment in the comments section. Or not. I don't, you know. I like catfish. I haven't had it in a long time, but my dad used to make it. It's really good. Really good. Final 2 things, folks. Number 1, try to bring some positivity to the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time, folks. Here's what you do. You try not to be an asshole. It's just, you got to put in the effort, folks. You got to go over there. You got to be willing to mitigate the level of assholishness in your lives. And that can be difficult to do. It can be damn near impossible to do. But I think typically, you know, if you go over there, you're having a bad experience, take a moment to step back, bring it down a little bit, come back forward, you know, with a better attitude towards things. I think that makes things better for everybody, hopefully. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Maybe you're going to go over there, folks. Maybe you're going to go over there and you're going to make your own fish fingers, and you're going to put them in some custard because you're a big Doctor Who fan. Or maybe you just watch this and we're like, I'll give that a shot. And maybe it'll be fantastic. And you'll go on a, you know, big old Doctor Who-a-thon, and you'll have a great time because, I mean, hey, like I said, I don't watch Doctor Who that much, but I've enjoyed what I've liked. It's a beloved franchise. And, you know, you're just going to enjoy it and have a good old time. Or conversely, you could go over there and, I don't know, folks, start writing that book that you've been thinking about writing. Bye.